Good morning, it's Margaret from the University of Sewing, and it's Facebook Live. And boy, do we have the surprises for you today. We have just so much fun stuff going on. I'm just so excited, but I've got a giveaway for you today. And are you thinking about a 790 Pro? Is it just so exciting? Because maybe you don't realize just how exciting this machine is. I've got one now. I can show you some of the great features on it, not all of them. I got to save something for your demo, and you need to schedule one. So, meaning you need to schedule it in your particular schedule of your life. We can do it anytime for you, but just know we want to see you and we would love to do a demo for you. All right, so what we've got right now for your giveaway this morning is another lovely mouse pad of the 790 Pro. So I'm giving this away today, so please share, and we would be very grateful. So what you do is you hit the share button on Facebook, and then when you do that in the comments, after you're done doing that, you can just go in and say, Margaret, I shared. So I'll know that you did it, and we'll enter you in the drawing for this particular prize. Okay, so we're gonna set this off to the side here, and I just want you to get a full idea of what this lovely machine is. Now I want you to know, when you purchase this, you are gonna get a maxi hoop. You are gonna get a bundle of embroidery supplies, so you aren't gonna need them for a while. Then you are going to get your suitcase system. This will make it much easier for you to travel. Now, I will tell you, I had someone I talked to very recently who told me they didn't think they needed the suitcase system. Well, I would just encourage you to very seriously consider a Bernette suitcase system for these big machines. You don't want to break things on them. They're very well padded, and they have actually handles on each side of them, so you don't have to, if you have like some stairs to navigate, one person can get on one side, one person can get on the other side, and it makes it much more easy for you to maneuver a 40-pound machine, because it's a 40-pound machine and it's dead weight. So you might as well have the things to keep your very large investment safe. So for those of you who wonder why you need a suitcase system, you need a suitcase system. So you also need the biggest hoop that Bernette has to offer for this machine, and it's called the maxi hoop. So you're going to get the maxi hoop. You'll get, of course, you know, with the 790, you have a whole embroidery setup. So you are going to want to make sure that you have that big hoop. So buying this now is a great time. Now, I've already had a few people say to me, well, Margaret, what about if I bought a machine from you last year? And you know what? Come and talk to me, because I will give you a good trade-in. I want to see how many stitches are on your machine, and I need to see what model it is. But after that, we will go ahead and we will take care of you, I promise. Finally, for those of you who haven't bought a machine in a while, maybe you have an 830 sitting at home. I will trade those in very happily for you. If you have an 880 and you want to trade it in on this, normally we wouldn't have done that, but now I will do an 880 on this too if you would like. But I will tell you that there is another machine coming out next, it'll be next July, and it's going to be the very top of the line. It's going to be more bells and whistles than this. But if you're thinking you really want this, I'm just going to let you in on a secret. I will trade in your 790 Pro on that next edition if that's what you want to do. So you can always have the top of the line. So we want to take care of you. All right, so Dave, go ahead and show them again what we're talking about. Oh, I forgot, there is a core skills course, and a lot of you don't know what that is, but Bernette is coming out with some virtual education. That virtual education is going to be obviously online, and they are normally going to charge for this. So that's a $300 value. I believe I've got that number right. And so for the moment, Bernina's coming out with a variety of these, and you are going to be able to get some virtual education now. So if you live a little bit of a distance from us and it's been hard for you to get some of the education you wanted, this might be the ticket for you. Because remember, now you have all the bells and whistles, and you have features that aren't on any other machine on the market. So let's talk about a few of those so that you know what we're looking at. Did we get a very nice picture of this lovely machine? So I want to make sure that everybody sees how pretty it is. It is a matte finish, which is a brand new thing for Bernina. They've not done this in the past. This has a self-threader on it, guys, and I'm going to show you how that works in just a moment. So I'm going to go ahead. This machine had threading in it. I'm going to take my thread out, and I'm going to show you just how simple it is to do this. So we've also got stitch precision too. I want you to know that Bernina has always considered having stitch precision a very big thing. They want to have the most beautiful stitches on the market, and now they have done some things here to make that even better. All right, let's talk about how this self-threading works. Those of you who have an 880, this is just a little bit different. So we've got our Isacore thread set up with a spool foam pad right here. We've got our spool cap on. As you normally do, you're going to take this back behind. There's a little hook right here for those of you who are not familiar with these machines. I'm coming up, and then we have our take-up lever inside, and it's very easy to thread that. I'm going to go ahead and put this through the two guides right there. There is a little slot right here that I'm putting my thread through, and then I'm bringing it up to where the cutter is over on that side of the machine. And Dave, you can show people where that cutter is. So what I did was I brought the thread and wrapped it around there. Now all I need to do is come up here, see this little button? So we're going to press that button. I'm going to have Dave go ahead and get in on the needle threader. And as long as I did this properly, we're going to have a needle threaded just fine and dandy. And so look at that, guys. Very easy. Now, once it's threaded, I'm going to pull my thread down. As I always tell you, Berninas have an extremely strong motor. And so what you want to make sure that you do is when you start to sew, you want to hold that top thread. You only have to hold it for 2 or 3 stitches, but you really do want to do that. So one of the things I want to show you today that is so incredibly exciting is on the screen here, along with this new button for threading the machine. We have 2 other buttons that you've never seen before. One is for Wi-Fi, so that you're going to be able to just use this like a Bluetooth and download any new designs into the machine. And then the other is a laser. Now, I have seen lasers for embroidery, but I've not really seen lasers that are specifically for your sewing. And what I want you to be able to see is that when I'm in a decorative stitch, and I have this set up on this little triangle, and I'm going to turn the triangle over so it's really obvious to you what I can use this for. So we're going to go ahead, and we've drawn a line on our fabric. Now look here, there's our laser. It's showing me exactly where the needle's going to go. But what's very interesting about this particular machine is that now the needle is going to anticipate where I'm going. So I'm going to slow this down really slow so you can watch it. And I'm going to press my go button. Now, the needle is going to go ahead and it follows the laser, not the other way around. And so what I can do when I'm using this is I can make sure that whenever it starts at that point of the triangle, I can make sure that is where the laser's at. And then I can keep this straight and very much on my line. And it's really a pretty exciting feature, guys, because I don't know about you, but I have had the situation happen for me before where I'm trying to get my stitching lined up in specific places. I thought I knew where the needle was going, but it really didn't go where I thought it was going. So we're going to end this, and I am going to end up with this great straight line of stitching. And automatically I can set my machine up so that what it'll do, see, it's stayed straight on that line. What I can set my machine up to do is it can cut, it gets to the end of that pattern. It went and knotted it off, it cut the thread and lifted my foot. The feature here with this particular laser light is going to help you be able to sew more accurately, to be able to get designs exactly where you mean them. And of course, this works in embroidery. And so your embroidery features with using the laser are going to help you in that it's going to be able to be on. And when you go and check your design on your embroidery, that laser is going to run right along where you think that that stitching area is going to be, and you can make sure you're placing things where you want. I'm going to do a different demonstration on embroidery the next time we talk about our 790, and we'll set that up for you for maybe next week, or you can just keep an eye on Facebook Live and watch that video. But this feature of this laser light being able to be anticipatory to where you're stitching is a huge game changer. The machine having the ability to thread itself now, I don't have to do it. I don't have to figure out where the eye of my needle is. By the way, I'm using a Microtex 10 needle, and you folks know that those 10 needles have a smaller eye on them, and so it was really neat to have this just thread that without any issue. And I will tell you, the first time I sat down and I wondered if we were going to have a problem with smaller needle eyes, but I didn't. So this is going to be just perfect for all of your home decorative sewing, your clothing sewing, and your quilting, because you're going to know exactly where it's going. You know, one of the things that my quilters always ask me is, how do I make sure that I'm getting my stitches right where I want them when I'm doing applique? Well, I have the machine that's going to make your applique stitching perfect. So if you're one of those people who just really, perfect stitching is very important to you, this machine is a total game changer. I can't wait to show you some of the wonderful things we've got going on with embroidery. That's coming soon. By the way, guys, we have borders. You can do lines of stitching, and you can shape your stitching. So I've got all that coming up for you. That's going to be like a whole, I mean, we've already taken 15 minutes up right now just on just regular laser and straight stitching. So I'm going to need more time to do that one for another visit. But I have another machine to show you. And don't forget, if you share today, you are in the running to get this nice little mouse pad. Wouldn't that go great with your 790 machine? Let's go over, Dave, and show them the other machine that we didn't talk about in our teaser for Facebook Live. So guess what we have, guys? We have the Yaya Han B79. Now, there's going to be some of you who don't know who Yaya Han is, and that's okay. She's a cosplayer. And remember that this is the budget-minded version of our top of the line in the Bernette line. So this is going to be probably the machine that you are going to get for maybe your granddaughter who is graduating college, or maybe it is for the high schooler that's getting ready to graduate from high school. Maybe it's the perfect Christmas present. This beautiful special edition is in purple. And one of the things that's really exciting about this, if I could get it to feel my fingers, is that it comes with 18 feet. Yaya decided that we needed another whole special group of feet. I haven't opened this up yet to see all of them because we only got the machine yesterday. So I've got some things to do. But it comes with Creator software, guys, so you can do your own digitizing. For that creative person who loves to sew and is needing to keep their machine price down a little bit, This is an amazing deal because look at the screen on this. Does this look a little bit familiar? This is very familiar. This is just like our Bernina, and it only is missing a couple of things. And so I just want you to know what a great package this is. So we've got a stylus set right in here so I don't lose it for those of us with cold fingers. It's got a go button just like the Bernina does. It has speed control. It comes with a huge variety of stitches in it, and it comes with an alphabet. It comes with a great selection of buttonholes and your various quilting stitches. So you've also got, as you noticed, did you see, it's got this wonderful embroidery unit sitting right next to it. And you have got a place right here to store all of your feet. It is set up and ready to go for storage. So this machine is going to come with all the extra feet, the Creator software, and you've got embroidery, and the lovely front on this machine is so different. Bernina's never made anything quite like this. Wouldn't you like to have a purple machine? It's pretty cool. So this machine right now is in the shop. You can come in and demo it, and we would love to have you be able to demo either one of these machines. It is incredible, all the features that are being offered for these two machines. So if you want to come by and see what they are, see what's involved, have the various things demonstrated to you, let us know. We would love to see you. I don't know if you saw right here, but Dave did some practice sewing yesterday on it, and look at all those beautiful stitches. And by the way, you know what's on the back of this? White. So what beautiful tension it has. It's doing a good job. And by the way, this is a top loading bobbin. So for those of you who are big top loading bobbin fans, it does have a top loading bobbin. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew. I'm gonna pick up this one thing. Dave, didn't you show them that beautiful machine? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything on the coverage with Yaya Han stuff. So we've got that wonderful issue with everything in it for the 790 Pro. And then I'm trying to figure out if they put the
Her brochure is over there too.
Yes, they do have that. I was wondering with the sales brochure if they had the extra, all the extra stuff with it. I'm not seeing it in this one. So maybe it is in this one, Dave. Look at this. Sewing is my superpower. By the way, you come in for a demo with this particular machine, we might be able to find you a nice little pin that says sewing is my superpower. So we gave those away. Ah, here we go. It's in the very front. That is Yaya Han. And she is, this is all of her embroidery, guys. She does all that amazing stitching. She is so talented. And she does a lot of really gorgeous work. So this is kind of our cosplay edition of our Bernette flyer. So for those of you who have grandchildren, maybe even a daughter or son who are into cosplay, we got you covered. So what else? Oh, yes. Thank you, Dave. I have almost forgot. We've only got a week, guys. Only got a week. Remember, Christmas in July is still going on. If you haven't paid attention, you are missing out. All of our Christmas fabric is 20% off. It's already marked down, and you don't need to use any coupon code for that. And this week is kits and patterns. So if you've been thinking about some kits and some patterns, you have got the perfect time to buy this because they're 25% off. Now you do need to use Xmas, the coupon Xmas on their XMAS, and then the beginning dates of this week. So it would be whatever Monday's date was and whatever Sunday's date is. So that would be the timeline here. So I think it's 16 on the last part of that. So it's in the comments. We've got it several different places, but it's on our sales page too. So you just can copy and paste it off of that. So what I want to remind you about is we're doing a demo day next week. So next Saturday, block out next Saturday, guys, because we are going to do demonstrations every hour. We are going to have all the, we just rearranged everything. We've got the 790 out. We've got Yaya Han's B79 out. But you know what else we did? We actually rearranged the entire area where we had machines at in the back of the store where the quilting fabric is. You guys have always seen those machines back there. Well, we've got a new display and it's set up and ready to go with every single machine for you to sit down and demo. So we're gonna have our machines being demoed. We're gonna do embroidery demos. We're gonna do serging demos. You've got, you know what, I'm just gonna tell you, yes, we'd love you to own a Bernina, but that's not the point here. The point here is we want you to come in, enjoy the shop. There's gonna be food, there's gonna be drinks, it's an open house. We want you to come in and see what we have. This is a perfect time for you to go ahead and experience Christmas in July and be able to purchase some things. But you also, even if you own a different brand of machine, there's a lot of brands of machines that have similar, we're gonna like demonstrate the gathering foot. Well, other brands have gathering feet, so you can watch us do it and understand whether or not you'd wanna buy it from, maybe if you don't own a gathering foot, maybe this is a good impetus for you to do that. So we're gonna be demonstrating all kinds of things. So we have a full crew coming in next Saturday. We've got all these things that we're gonna do. Alice is gonna be here. I'm gonna be here. Cheryl's gonna be here. So we're gonna make this really fun, lots of stuff going on, and we would love you to participate with us because you know what? If you're not here, it's just not any fun. I'm just telling you. So starts at 10 o'clock right after we get done with Facebook Live, and it's gonna go till 5. So if you are free, we would love to see you. And even if you're not free, change your plans. We're more fun than that. You know you love to sew. This is why you watch this. So come in and join us. You'll get to see some of the new products we have. Dave, you know, I was just thinking, I don't think I've shown anybody these because every time I get them in, they sell out immediately. Are you looking for some new scissors, guys? We have 2 different kinds of Kai scissors here right now. One has serrated blades and the other one is just a standard blade on them. But these 2 sets are on our system now. You can go online and at universityofsewing.com and put in Kai, and these will come up. So you can have the very berry, and they really are raspberry colored. They're very cute scissors. And then there's purple scissor. And we also have the tulip pink scissors. So I will tell you, I just got myself a set of these. I took some home the other day and Dave said, why are these here? I said, because I'm getting a set. So I have a new set of tulip pink scissors and they are very sharp and they're very nice scissors and they're actually beautiful. So I think you will really enjoy those, but you've got to start putting together your Christmas list. You can come in and see all that. But if you have time today or tomorrow, you don't want to miss out on all the kits. All the kits, guys, are on sale for 25% off. Just think of what a deal that is. So if you've been thinking about some kits or you've been thinking about some patterns, don't miss out on this because that's a really great price point for you. Okay. We've just got a couple minutes left. 790 Pro is here. Pre-order yours now because I will tell you what, it's going to take a while for us to get them in. So you don't miss out on that. Don't spend, you know, don't wait because you're just going to put that timeline much further down the road. And then the Yaya Han B79, same thing. Pre-order them now so that you can get them. We'll take those pre-orders right over the phone. And then you can come in whenever it's convenient for you and we'll sit down and demo everything on them. So we've got that next Saturday. Don't forget to come in for demo day. And then going forward, those of you who live a little bit too far, remember we can ship you the Yaya Han machine. So if you've got a granddaughter, somebody you want to give that particular machine to, maybe you want it. I don't blame you if you do, because it's pretty cool. So maybe you want it. We can ship that anywhere in the US. So I hope that you will join us here for Facebook Live tomorrow, because I have all kinds of Christmas and July stuff to share with you. Wait till you see some of the new fabrics that have come in. I didn't even get close to showing you what we had available the last week. So we're going to try to show you some other new Christmas fabrics and give you some ideas of some wonderful projects you can do for Christmas. Everybody have a fantastic day, and we will see you tomorrow for Facebook Live.